other afternoon. Get down with the tough guy, DJ Entice.
Your girl Supa, Cindy, and Entice. I just don't know. Usually I introduce the artists that we have in here, the celebrities. I just don't know how to introduce this man without like screaming live in the studio.
Let me help you.
I'm about to cry. We have Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ice Cube, man.
Yes.
I just made a fool of myself in the hallway meeting you, but like for real.
No, it was all love.
You are royalty, Ice. You are just, now that I see you in person, it like just changes everything. Like, you're real.
Oh man, thank you. You know, that's love. You know, being around for a while, you know, I'm starting to get more and more love like that, you know, which is cool.
Yeah, that's great.
You're like, cool. I like this.
Yeah, I do.
So you're in Miami.
Yes.
What are your feelings about Miami?
I love Miami.
Okay.
You know,
Great city,
Miami reminds me of LA a lot. You know, the sun shines brighter in Miami than it do in the rest of the country. So it's just a great atmosphere. You know, it's like, when I come out here, it feels like the possibilities are endless, you know.
Okay.
So Miami's a dope spot. I'm never mad when I gotta come here. Never.
I love that. So when we think of Ice Cube, you're a rapper, actor, producer, director, and writer.
Yes.
Like, how did you go from NWA and your music career, solo career, to like starting movies? Was it you being in Boys in the Hood that ignited that fever?
Yeah, you know, I was actually discovered by John Singleton. You know, I wasn't thinking about doing movies at all. You know, I was, at the time, I was just trying to be the best rapper in the world. You know, that was my life goal.
Right.
And so he approached me, you know, he was just an intern at USC. I mean, you know, he was an intern at the Arsenio Hall show, but he was a junior at USC. And he was like, man, I'm going to put you on a movie one day. And I'm like, watch out, man.
Get out of here,
Watch out,
intern.
little youngster. And 2 years later, you know, my manager came to me and was like, somebody want to put you in a movie. I'm like, who? What? I'm not even an actor.
Right.
And it was John. And it was Boys in the Hood. And,
Crazy.
Man, the rest is history. You know, I just got bit by the bug. I'm super creative. So, you know, I didn't just want to act. I wanted to write, I wanted to produce, I wanted to direct, just wanted to be part of the process because, you know, acting is cool, but producing is where all the action is. You know, you can be part of the movie in 1,000 different ways.
Right.
You can affect the outcome of the movie. So I always wanted to produce because I wanted to be in them rooms where the decisions are made. So, you know, that's kind of snowballed into this great career, you know, I just thank God I have the opportunities to you know, follow my passions. You know?
The acting seems so natural to you, even from like your first movie, Boys in the Hood. It just seems like it came so naturally to you to act.
Well, I was, you know, I was real like unsure, like with Boys in the Hood. I was like, damn, you know, will I look like like I'm in a movie? Do I look like an actor?
Right.
All these things was going through my head.
Right.
And Lawrence Fishburne, who played Furious Styles in the movie.
Yeah, the dad.
He's on Blackish now as the pops. But he looked at me one day because they was gonna actually send me to an acting coach.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And
They
I didn't
want
to
you
go.
that bad.
I didn't want to go because I was like, man,
I got this.
I said, I'm acting in the movie 12 hours a day, and then after the set, I got to go learn how to act.
Right.
It don't make sense to me. So he just looked at me. He said, man, where you going? I said, man, they want me to go to this dumb, you know, like acting class. And he said, do you know who Doughboy is? And I'm like, yeah. He said, man, be Doughboy. Don't worry about acting. Just stand and deliver. Be the man. And that was the best advice I got in movies. And so from then on, I just decided to just engulf myself in the role and go by my own flavor.
I wanted to ask you, in the scene in Boys in the Hood, when Ricky got shot and then your mom found out, and then she's like, get out of here and move you out the way. That look on your face, I've seen it as a meme too before. Like, where did you pull from? Because it seems so real, like you're hurt. You had all these expressions in that one look.
Yeah, you know, I've seen households like this, you know, where, you know, you see like moms favor one kid over another. And so I always knew that dynamic. And so, knowing that this was the dynamic in the movie, I always knew how to play it because I always remember how, the one that's not the favorite looks. The one that's not the favorite, when he hears that he's not the favorite, the
Those
body
looks,
language,
yeah.
So I just wanted to just draw from that.
And you did.
And it's John Singleton though. He
rest in peace, John.
Rest in peace. He set me up to succeed. He took care of me on that movie.
You like being funny better or serious roles? Because you have a lot of funny movies too that you've been a part of the producing, directing, and everything. Funny or serious?
I could do both.
Okay.
I like both.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are funny. I like to hang around funny people. I like to laugh, Don't seem like it, but I do. And so, I just want to be good. I want to make the movie better. So if it's a drama or if it's a comedy, if I don't think I can make the movie better, I won't even take it. I'll be like, nah, somebody else should do that.
And what's going on with Friday?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone keeps asking you this question.
Everybody wants to know what's
up
up with Friday.
Yeah.
Well, we finished writing the script.
Okay.
So we're doing a polish, me and DJ Pooh.
Okay.
Doing a polish on it, making sure that it's as tight as it can be before we start, giving it to the actors and casting the movie. But we close. We're a lot closer than we've been in the last 10 years. So
Will it include Chris Tucker or not?
I want Chris Tucker in it.
Okay.
So we're going to ask him once we get the script finished.
I wonder if his voice will be that high pitched still.
Well, I think he can get it there. I think he can get it there.
So, Ice Cube, all the years that you were doing music and then you started doing the movie producing, directing thing, how did you separate the music? Like, did you still have the fever for the music? Or
yeah. Just at first, I used to do them both at the same time. Like, I would leave a movie set and then go to the studio.
Wow.
But then the music started to suffer a little bit because I wasn't, giving it full 100% focus. So I decided, like, back then that I would just do one at a time. When I'm working on a movie, I won't even think about music. And when I'm working on music, I'm not worried about movies. And I've been able to stay focused that way. I've been able to give everything my all and not be spread too thin. I know it seemed like I'm doing a lot of stuff at the same time, but at the, it's very planned and calculated, and I make sure that I'm giving maximum focus to whatever I'm doing. We got Hip Hop Squares that's about to come out, which is cool. And so when I'm on that or focused on that, that's all that matters.
Right.
Now what's cool is we got basketball, but I got I just finished a movie too with Tracy Ellis Ross and Dakota Johnson.
Okay.
So it's a little different role for me.
What
I play
is
a
your
manager.
role?
I play a manager. Tracy Ellis Ross plays this diva-like singer. She could do that because her mama's Diana Ross.
Right.
So it was a good role and it's fun, and I was able to kind of get it in.
Do you know around when that movie is, or is it still like getting edited?
I actually don't
stuff?
know. I think it's going to come out, early next year.
Your son, shout out and high five to you,
Yeah.
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Yes, sir.
He's in mad movies. Like,
Yes.
he's in hip hop movies, white movies. He's in all types of
Everything.
movies, which is amazing.
Yeah.
How did his acting bug start? Was it through your
It was,
project?
he wasn't thinking about acting. But when we had a chance to do Straight Outta Compton, I've taken him on tour with me. He performs with me.
Dope.
This was before the movie. And so I knew he can do it. Like, he can do the performance that, being on stage, rocking, all that kind of stuff, commanding a crowd. But I didn't know if he could act. I know he's creative and he's funny around the house and stuff, but he had to commit himself. So I asked him, did he want to do it? And he said, yeah, which, that wasn't it. He had to actually win the part. I couldn't give it to him.
Oh, I thought you gave it to him.
No, I couldn't give it to him because the studio had to approve all the actors in the movie.
Right.
So I had to put him to work, and he worked, man. He did actually work with an acting coach, but he worked with one in L.A. He flew out to New York to work. And so I was trying to get him to quit because I'd rather for him to quit before we start shooting than to not take it 100% serious and do a terrible performance, which would affect his life forever.
You can't play your dad? What's up with that?
Yeah. So, when you the coach's son, you got it the hardest.
Right.
And that's what I did. I made, he suffered the most to get the role. And I'm glad that, I put him through that. I'm glad that he went through it because then he got bit by the acting bug. So
right.
After Straight Outta Compton, he wanted to do more movies.
Yeah.
And he's been in some real cool movies.
Godzilla.
Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves was fire.
Yeah, he got this new movie coming out. I think it's called Just Mercy or something like that, where he plays a guy that's on death row that's like wrongfully accused. The true story.
Wow.
So he's he doing it, man. I'm proud of him because he's not really just following my roles.
Yeah.
He's carving his own lane.
I love it. And Ice Cube, are any of your other children in the arts, or are they?
Well, my one son, my oldest son, Junior's not my oldest, but my oldest son, he's a producer. He helped produce Straight Outta Compton, because he helped me produce the movie, and he also produces music. And my daughter, she's pretty prolific in piano and flute, so I'm trying to get her to join the symphony or something.
That would be dope.
And she into other stuff, so who knows if she'll do that. All my kids are doing pretty good, but he's the only one that's like knee deep into entertainment like this.
That's so dope.
So let's talk Big 3.
Yes.
It's going down tomorrow, the big game.
It's so fun, man. I'm glad to be back in Miami. We was here last year.
Yeah.
Right.
And people came out and I believe they enjoyed themselves. The league is a lot better when it comes to competition.
Right.
So we plan to have a ball. We got my man Luke coming out there to perform.
Hello.
Yeah.
So when you got the ambassador Miami in the house,
hello, the king.
We can't go wrong.
So what made you come up with the idea to start the Big 3 League, to get involved with it?
Just as a fan.
Yeah.
I got sick of seeing dudes retire, man. That I know still can play.
Can still ball.
And I know do still play, and they be in gyms all over LA playing each other. We can't see. It's like, man,
we want to see.
We want to see. I want to pay for it. So, I started to think like, these guys already, play full court, in the NBA. So, something that's like part of basketball but hasn't been elevated to the pro level was 3-on-3.
Right.
Everybody played it. We all played it going to school. You can't get a 5-on-5, too many kids, so got to do 3-on-3. And so I'm like talking to my partner, like, let's elevate this to the professional level. Let's instead of doing it outside the arenas, let's go in the arenas. Let's use players that people know and invested, a lot of time into their careers. And if they still can play at a high level, just let them play in the Big 3. So that's kind of how it started. But as a fan, I just wanted to see guys ball out.
Do they come to you a lot to be part of the big league, or do you reach out to them more?
It's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
When we first started, we had to reach out because nobody really knew what we were doing.
That's what I was going to say. Right. Season 1, what did the conversation sound like? Like, please, just be part of it.
Nah, we had a great presentation, and if you got a vision, you can see, oh, damn, this could be great. You know? So a lot of guys, it didn't take a lot to convince because they could see the vision. Some guys, it's a trip when you got something like this. Dudes will tell you when you see them, oh, I'll play. I'll play. Send me the contract, Q. Yeah. Send me the contract. Contract comes like, man, you've been had the contract for 4 months, man. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. And then they say, I don't think I'm ready to go that hard because it's not pickup. It's not
real.
A celebrity game.
Right. It's a real league.
You got to go hard. You got to retrain. You got to get yourself back in basketball conditioning. And so we would have dudes who would say, Cube, I ain't playing, you know. But then when it got close, they would call me and be like, I ain't seen the contract, man. I thought you wanted me to play. So you have a lot of that.
Right.
But in the second year, third year, people coming to us, you know, because they talk to each other first.
Right.
You know, and then they realize, oh, it's cool. It's something I should be a part of. And then now they coming to us. Now we don't have enough spots for as many people that want to play. You know, we had over 100 people, 100 players going out for 31 spots. So.
Wow. So are there bench warmer? There's bench people, right?
Yeah. You have, 6 people on the team. So you got the starting unit and second unit. You know, and we have a pool of undrafted players that if somebody get hurt, you can go and get like a new guy out the draft pool. So, guys are, even if they didn't get picked, they still have a chance to play in the Big 3. I think we've had over 10 or 15 players hurt this year. So players that didn't think they was going to play ended up balling. So if you stay in shape, you might get that call.
Okay.
And there's like playoffs and championship game, like a for real. Like,
this is not a tournament. It's a league. So, we got playoffs coming up in 2 weeks in New Orleans. Top 4 teams make it, and the championship is in L.A. at the Staples Center September 1st.
That's going to be big.
Who are some of the famous people that own teams?
There's no team owners. You're looking at the only owner.
Wow.
High five.
So do you delegate the players to respective teams?
Well, right now the captains run the teams.
Okay.
So each team has a captain. It's no owner, it's no GM. Captain runs the team with the coach and 2 co-captains. So between them 4, they can get it done.
Okay.
Everything they need to get done. And it's a great experience because players talk all that head about if I could pick who I could play with, we'd be champs. Now you can pick who you play with.
Right. So let's see.
So if y'all don't win the chip, man, it's on you.
Are WNBA players allowed in there, or it's all men for now?
Right now it's all men.
Okay.
We haven't had any women try out. It's extremely physical, so it's a lot more physical than 5-on-5. So, we don't know if we're gonna have women trying out for that or not.
I don't think you should say that because now all the women are gonna come.
I mean, we'll see. No. If they can do it, as a co-ed thing, then
right.
They it's gonna be very impressive because, I mean, like I said, it's extremely physical. So
I love it. So the Big 3 game is tomorrow.
Yes.
At the AAA.
Yes.
What time does the game start? Game
starts at 8 Eastern, but doors open 6:30.
Okay.
Come early. The atmosphere is great. It's music and sports mixed together in a perfect blend.
Awesome. I mean, Ice Cube's the president of it. Hello.
Hey, it's fun. Come watch some basketball with your homeboy, man.
For real.
So anything else you want to tell the crib, man? You in Miami.
I love Miami, man. Thank you for supporting. Just thank you for being yourself, Thank you for keeping it real.
Right.
Giving us a spot to look at and admire, and being from LA, it's not too many spots that we can say, hey, that's almost like a sister city.
Right. And I love LA, I ain't gonna lie.
And
I love it out there. So
I have a kin relationship with Miami because I just feel like it's what California is, or what Los Angeles is on the West Coast. Miami is on the East Coast. And so it's just great. It's a great city.
Awesome. Live in the studio, we've been talking to Ice Cube. Big 3 basketball game hitting the AAA tomorrow. Still get your tickets.
Yeah.
Show up at the box office
it's
tomorrow.
It's an affordable ticket.
Hello.
I mean, some of these NBA games, it's gonna be hard. You got save up for many weeks.
Right.
But with the Big 3, you can bring the whole family. It ain't going to break the bank. We want you to bring the kids, have a good time. They bugging you already, man. I'm bored.
Right.
And so, now they ain't going to be bored. And, you can have a great event for the family before school start.
So before you leave, can you just say one time, today was a good day?
Today was a good day.
Yes!
Yeah.
I can live now.
It's 99 JAMZ the afternoon.
Get down.